My name is Kristin and I'm 33. I am from Arizona, native, married for 12 years and have a 12-year-old son. I work for a grocery store in Arizona and been with the company for just over 12 years. We love NASCAR and going to the races when they come to Arizona twice a year. I had just noticed that my right breast wasn't looking normal and waited about 6 weeks, saw some more changes in the right breast. Went to quite a few doctors. Majority of them said breast infection, it'd go away in a month, you know, take antibiotics. Nothing was working, it wasn't going away. Went and saw my OB. She sent me down to the ER. Spent about half of June of '07 in the hospital trying to find out what was wrong. Still couldn't find anything wrong. Then in July I found a doctor that would do a second biopsy, and that's when we found out that I had breast cancer. Wasn't necessarily mad, but to me it was just like, okay, we know what's wrong, let's start working on getting me healed. I did 3 different types of chemo, did the mastectomy of the right breast, went in for radiation, then found out it had gone into my bone in my lower back, so we started doing more radiation on my lower back, and then found out it was in my clavicle, and then in the beginning of '09 we found out that it had moved to my lung. My family owns a company in Prescott, Arizona, and we had a gentleman come in and had asked my husband where he had been. Husband had told them that my cancer had come back. It was in my bone, and that the chemo was only going to do so much for me. It wasn't going to be a cure. The gentleman went out, ordered the product, had it delivered to my husband at work within a week. And I was a little bit skeptical taking it. Usually you hear if it's too good to be true. It probably is. Better eyesight, I noticed as I continued taking the ALKA-V6. I was getting more and more energy, able to do more and more of my normal activity. I was actually able to get out of bed, get in the shower, go to the grocery store, take care of my son, whereas before I was not able to do that. You know, almost right away, the first day I took it, my mother-in-law dropped off my son after school, and I said, I don't know if it's psychological or what, but I feel like I have more energy. And it just slowly, you know, built from there. I had a scan in May of this year, and it ended up being cancer's totally gone. Nowhere in my body was it showing. I have a little hot spot in my shoulder, but it's arthritis and not in remission, totally gone. Yes, they've seen the scans, they've seen the medical reports, the reports from surgery showing where the cancer was, and it's not showing up in the scan. They are actually amazed. My oncologist, even to this day, I go in for blood work every week because I'm still on chemo, and he cannot believe my blood work. Everything's showing normal. He can't believe it. The type of cancer I have is IBC. It's the worst type of breast cancer you can get, and you have a 50-50 chance of being alive in 5 years. So I'm 2.5 years into it and clean on my May scan. So the doctors told me there was nothing that they could do. I mean, I had nothing to do but go the natural route and see what I could do for myself to help myself out. But I totally believe in the ALKA-V6.